Okay, g'day guys, ZiggyD here. Today I'm going to be showing off the skill that was never meant to reach the live servers, Ball Lightning. So, without any further introductions, let's just let's just show this skill in the best possible way here. Oh yes, that is exactly what we're looking at here. Ball Lightning, mini version of Piety's skill. And I have a link to a bunch of fun just here. I'm going to go through the skill gem. So basically what happened was, this was found at the Cruel Library quest, available for all classes. And apparently, the devs have said that it was never meant to be added into the game. I can take a look at it here. And even looking at the skill gem, it has no flavor text. So unlike this one, it says cast an aura that grants blah blah blah. This has no flavor text or no description or anything. And it's just on the Wrath base gem just here. So it's not exactly finished. Not exactly finished. And people have been asking for Ball Lightning since the dawn of time, the dawn of Path of Exile, ever since Piety was in the game. And well, ZiggyD have obviously been testing it, but I don't think it's ready to be put in the game, because it is super overpowered. So here's the base skill gem. It's a projectile. It has an AoE area that zaps all enemies within that area as it passes through them. So it has an implicit pierce chance, so that means like Fork and Chain don't work, but things like faster projectiles, slower projectiles do work. And of course, LMP and GMP. So this is what I've been playing around with just here, with just LMP and GMP, and this is a level 37 gem in a level 58 area, just here. We're in Merciless Western Forest. Actually, let's go to Cruel Western Forest for a bit more accurate of damage testing there, so it's a more appropriate zone level. Level 43 zone level with a level 37 skill gem, so this is a bit closer here. So, just with LMP and GMP, we can see that this is very effective. Insta 3 shock stacks everything. Things get zapped like crazy. The zaps all overlap because the AoE fields overlap, and it just wrecks. It's super powerful. But then as we start linking it to more things, like for example multi-traps and trap, we can therefore start bypassing one of the restrictions that's been placed on the gem. So, the restriction is that it has 3 maximum uses, just like a trap, and there's a 4-second cooldown before you can get an additional use. So just like a trap, it has this charges just here. But with multi-trap, we can actually still throw down 3 traps and get many more of the actual projectiles out at once. So let's round up a bit of a pack, guys. The guys in the... we're recording live at the moment, the guys in the chat are enjoying it, enjoying the testing. But the devs have said they're going to be removing this skill gem very soon, so I imagine it's actually going to be taken away from the people that have found it. So I've been having a bit of fun while I still can, so let's round up a bit of a pack here to get the multi-trap happening. There we go. So you can see the number of projectiles that puts out is just absolutely devastating, and the mechanics of the skill, the fact that they overlap and it constantly zaps things as it moves through them, is just incredibly efficient and incredibly powerful. So if this was added into the game in its current state intentionally, it would be pretty meta changing. Like, it would change the way people farm, and it would be the #1 skill that people used easily, instantly. But the quest is still open one of my characters. I don't think they've removed it just yet, but I imagine they'll be hard removing it from the game very soon. So they're probably just letting us have a little bit of fun with it for now. So, because it's also a projectile spell, AoE, and duration, we can do a number of different interesting things to it. One thing I quite like is adding knockback to it. So that was increased duration. Let's add knockback and take away the traps supports. And we can then sort of zap things, and as it passes through them, it actually knocks them back, keeping them with the balls, so they take more strikes over time. I think there's some passives in the game that increase the distance of knockbacks, and I think that would be pretty fun with a setup like this. But you can have things like chasing you can sort of run them back, but I think the best thing is to do is actually run with them. So we do something like, let's find some enemies, we cast it, and then actually kind of move with it, and everything just gets pushed along with the lightning balls and destroyed. So you can see this guy getting constantly zapped there. Not the best for single target, but still reasonably effective. I'm sure there's some pretty good single targets that could be used. But yes, this is the best skill gem ZiggyD have ever made, but it's also super broken. So you can see I actually ran out of charges there. So with the traps, that helps us bypass that a little bit by allowing us to get more projectiles out. My favourite setup is trap multi-trap with this, also because that's going to protect from reflect as well. Now, I'm saying all this stuff, like all this like serious how you'd build and stuff around it, but I'm pretty sure this skill may never ever make it into the game, but if it does, it'll be significantly different to how it is now. So, other things we can do besides knockback, increase duration to make sure it sticks around for longer, and slower projectiles. So slowing down the projectile speed means that enemies stay in the AoE for longer and are zapped more times. So you get like a full extra zap each time it passes through them. And the increased duration means that it actually sticks around for about the same amount of time. If we take out slower projectiles, for example, it travels much further, so we can actually follow this for a pretty long distance here. All the way out to here, so increases the duration pretty significantly. And if we do faster projectiles, they'll go even further, because it works both the same as projectiles and as a duration skill. So they go really far there, but I don't actually like faster projectiles because you don't actually hit the mobs all that many times as it passes through them, so you actually miss out on some damage there. But I really like the slower projectiles combined with increased duration's a really nice setup. Now, the skill itself has 30% damage effectiveness at the moment, and the equality gives increased lightning damage. But we can link things like added lightning damage to it to increase its damage. We tested Conk Effect, and it didn't seem to increase its damage. But increased AoE, as an alternative, which we have just here, increases the area in which things will get zapped. So it helps with the crisscrossing of projectiles. So if I find some mobs up in this direction, hopefully, we can probably find some guys up here. It sort of helps with the crossing. Now, if I actually aim this close to myself, they'll spread out a bit more. And we can sort of see these... That guy there was getting zapped by like 4 different projectiles all at once, even though they were spread out to the maximum amount they can be spread out. So, very cool. Hotfix is being deployed. Hotfix to remove Ball of Lightning Gem. It's literally being removed right now. Oh man, ZiggyD are not happy. Oh man, no, it's being removed. I can't leave the game. They're gonna take it away from me. They're gonna take it away. Oh no, oh no. Well, I suppose I better go return my borrowed items for testing to the person who loaned them to me, who, by the way, shoutouts to Archrazor for helping me with the testing of this awesome new skill gem. I hope this skill makes it in the game later, but I hope they find some way to balance it, because it's very hard. Chris actually said to me when I asked whether it would be coming to the game a couple months ago, he said, it's just really, really difficult to balance. So I think they've been thinking about it for a long time, but just so very difficult to actually make this not super efficient. Even with putting things like charges, duration cooldown, and huge damage reduction decreases, the skill gem is still really effective, even when under-leveled, so pretty crazy stuff. But anyway, that's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.